humble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Check Mike. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Let's make these babies cry. Don't wait back home, yo.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now Luck defers to Mack. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The shotgun snap for Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing is Luck. Looking deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run for it with Hines, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Come get some. Come get some. Go, baby.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding it.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Chiefs.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Hey, go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. the gun, Love. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey, high 7.
To throw again on second down. Luck. Funchess has it complete. Past the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second and 6. Luck. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On third down, Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 8-yard touchdown run, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
57 colors. 53, Mike.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. Johnson was the intended receiver. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Check out. Check 53.
The final shot before the break. Locked. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Love. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
You better be afraid of me. You better be.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No.
Topper.
On second and goal, Luck. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack taking it in. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the air... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mahomes to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
We've got this at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wide, get wide. 11 Z. Hey, Team 6. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, who? Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Colts going on 4th. It's Locke. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
To the air again, Locke. Escapes the sack. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Close. Check. Fresno. Boy. 53. Check 53.
Again, Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. 22 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Locke throwing again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. Johnson on his way, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. David Johnson, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
12. Check fast. Go. 50, Mike, 50. Yeah. You don't want none.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again is Locke. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Love. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, pump. Hey, switch gears. Hey.
Now a 1st down throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Xavier Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
I got it. Whoa. Hey, orbit. No gain on this defense, no gain.
They snap it to Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that